Okay, so this is a cliche. I'm starting a podcast because people keep telling me to. I know I'm not picture perfect right now. Yeah. So, but I do have. I wish I had some music playing. I don't know. I'm just trying to get some stuff out, I guess, and I'd like to have a podcast, but and everybody's doing it, so it's kind of like. Mm, um, I hope all of you are doing well. No, remember, no matter who your neighbor voted for, they're still your friend and countryman. And in the end, this is going to be called the Breaking Bread Together podcast. That's what I'm thinking. But sorry, I'm losing my voice. But yeah, there's nothing you can't solve with a meal and a chat. You know, I like to believe that, well, I don't know, Christians, shout out to you, although most of you are crazy these days, but still, you're my countrymen, so my neighbors, anyway. And, Jesus knew something, even when he was sitting there with Judas, was, there's nothing you can't engage over without a meal, the Last Supper. And there's something to be said about that, I want to say. Even though he had whatever, turned him in and all that, Jesus, what are you doing, Inky? Sorry, my cat's attacking me. But, no, he's a panda bear. But yeah, people, even back then, they knew that there's nothing ugly that can't be solved with a good breaking of the bread and a meal, And I think that the way our country's going, it's kind of ugly, but if you can put aside whoever your neighbor voted for and point your anger in the right direction. I don't do violence. I do self-defense, but I'm not, understand that I never agree with somebody starting violent behavior. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we're getting ugly as a country and we're so divided that we maybe should just have a meal together and have respect for one another, let each other keep our dignity, which which is so often taken away from us. If there's any judges out there, police officers, anybody sees this, I have a question for you, and don't you dare Google it. Because, what year was the Constitution signed? I know, most of you can't answer that question. It's not 1776. I'll give you a hint. That's the Declaration of Independence. But if you're law enforcement or little fancy black dress wearing fella, pretending you're Batman and it's a cape, or I don't know, maybe you're more of a Thor with your little toy hammer. You have no right to tell me how to pursue happiness. And you have no right to tell anyone else how to. The only thing we need you for is to make sure that people who are involved in theft, burglary, any type of violence, we need you for that. We do. But anything else, who the fuck are you to tell me how I can pursue happiness as long as I'm not infringing on anyone else's right to pursue theirs, But you do that for a living, and I won't say I hate you for it, but I'm kind of disgusted by you for it. And I have a lot of backup in that area. So you think you're right. I challenge you. I triple dog dare you to bring it up with me, because it's not right for you to do. We don't need you for that. Sorry. But yeah, we don't need you for that. We need you to throw away actual criminals. Well, no, not throw them away. Just, if they can't manage to work their way into our society, we need you for that. You are needed. But the last thing we need you for is telling us how we should live our lives. As long as it's not violence, as long as we're not infringing on one another's pursuit of happiness, which is guaranteed to us by what? Yeah, you're not going to be able to answer that either, are you? It's not the Bill of Rights. That's another clue. But yeah, I just like I've been trying to do stuff, and some people are like, dude, you should do a podcast. You crack me up all the time, like every now and then. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not really, like, that's so cliche. Like, I didn't want to, well, I actually did want to, but I didn't want to be like, just another face on a phone screen. We got enough of that going around. And most of it is not good. I want to give a shout out to a police officer in Long Beach who actually gave a shit about his community, and I don't. And well, everybody's eager to throw a camera phone in a bad cop's face, but when a cop is good, a police officer, when they actually give a shit about their community, it goes unrecognized. And that's not okay by me. Like, they need to be lifted up and appreciated because they actually did do the right thing. And this guy, I say this kid, but this guy had caught me speeding, rightfully so. I forgot to set my cruise control. I just set the lane control on my car, and he pulled up. I went in to get gas, and he pulled up behind me. And then he noticed my address and then my name, and he knew I had EMS called during my entire, almost every other day in September because I was having seizures. I never got my license taken away, thankfully, because I could know a couple minutes ahead of time when I could sense when they were about to come on, and I have quite a few in a row, and that was rough. But he recognized the address, and before he even ran my license, he got up to his door and said, I wish I knew his name, and I want to point it out because, like I said, he deserves some recognition. And he got to his car door to run my license, and he noticed, who I was, and he turned around and said, how are you doing, man? He knew that EMS had been called to my house a lot in the last the last couple years, and he asked me. He sounded genuine. Whether I don't care whether he's genuine or not, but he sounded like he actually gave a shit, and that deserves some recognition because I couldn't lie to him. I had to tell him I'm really struggling, man. But I'm hanging on, and he said, okay. I have a cat chewing on my, sorry, Inky. But yeah, he genuinely, come on, quit. Yeah, cat. Yeah, he genuinely, he seemed like he gave a shit. So I said, man, I'm struggling, like I'm barely hanging on, but I am, a day at a time, right? And then he got in the car and he made sure I didn't have any warrants or anything, and I didn't, because I usually never do, despite them telling how I should live my life. They can get fucked. In fact, every pretty boy in a black dress sitting behind a bench pretending it's a cape and he's Batman, or like I said, pretending he's Thor with his little toy hammer, and then taking the one thing not even he can get more of out of everyone else's lives, and that is time on this earth. You can't buy more. You don't get more. You do what you do, and you do what you do. and then you die. And, well, I know this is a rough cut of what I would like to become the Breaking Bread podcast, because I'd like to have some people talk, just not me sitting here, to have a conversation with people. Even though it's been done over and over and over, but I do like Joe Rogan. Like, he's just kind of an average Joe. I like Ben Shapiro, and I like and don't judge me by that, please. Like, I'm not right wing, left wing. I'm a libertarian. But yeah, in the end, we should all be better to each other. And like I said, I don't believe in violence unless I have to defend myself or my people, the people I love, or my property. That's one completely different thing. So, otherwise, I like my neighbors, which is my entire country, and I don't know why we're so worried about pointing the finger at one another when we actually know where we should be pointing and telling them to get the fuck out. Go home. You already fucked this country up beyond belief. So take a hike and right, left, center, straight. Well, it doesn't matter. We're all Americans and we all need to get along. I mean, we all need to, sit down and break that bread and have that good meal. Like barbecue, what do you like? Barbecue? You want some pizza? Ooh, a mufa. But yeah, we should all do that, Like, your next door neighbor is not your enemy. Like, she's just, whoever's just another person trying to get along in this world that we have let go to shit. And if we put our minds together, we can figure out how to solve it without violence. But we will have to defend ourselves probably because, I'm really upset with DC. I don't care what side you are, Fox News, MSNBC, you a CNN typing. No, come on. It's all ridiculous. It's all a shit show. Rachel Maddow gives lesbians a bad name. I think with her perfect bull dyke haircut and glasses, and then she just lies straight to your face and doubles down on it when she's called out on it. And then I don't know if you've noticed, but like, I always switch through the three fucking liars, media empires. But if you notice, Tucker Carlson, he's a little weird, but since he got fired and he's been doing these podcasts and TikToks and stuff, he's actually not that unreasonable when he's not being told what he's allowed to say on TV. And I appreciate that. I do. Because now he can be honest and just be himself, unlike every other news anchor on cable news, which doesn't have that many followers anymore. I wonder why. All the lies? Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna look at this. I'm not gonna chop it. I'm gonna play it the way it is. But I'm sorry it's a little rough cut. It's my first time, it's my first episode of whatever. And next time I'll hope to have a guest or just, be silly and goofy the way I am. But I'm gonna put this out on social media, and I appreciate it. If you listen to it, please feel free to comment on it. Don't get all crazy with me just because I get all crazy with you, but let me know how I could tweak it or whatever, because I probably got like 3 people that are gonna watch this. So yeah, let me know what I need to do to maybe tweak it a little bit, and it would really help if I had a guest. But like I said, this is my first one, so And people keep telling me to do it, and I wanted to, but I really didn't want to be, the cliche. So I appreciate it if you watch this. Give me your thoughts. I really would like to talk to somebody so that we can carry out a conversation and do more than just 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Who's the other guy? Sorry, I said Rogan and Ben Shapiro, but he's a neuroscientist. Which speaks out against religion very often, but he's a really smart guy. I'm losing my words here, but I can't think of his name. He's very popular with people, and he speaks out against religion and how unreasonable that some of them are, that they're so violent often, and they just use it as an excuse to, be violent. And I'm not cool with that. That's not cool in any way, because if they had a fucking brain cell, they'd figure out how to not be violent. So I'm gonna go through this 16 minutes and 20 seconds, and I'm gonna post it, but I hope you can give me some feedback on, I don't know, maybe I need a better haircut. But you know me, the next time you see me, it might be bright fucking green. But I hope you have a good day today. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I love you all very much as, part of my community. I don't care if you're in California or South Florida. It doesn't matter to me. I truly hope you have the best of days. I hope you have a good reason to smile and laugh, because in the end, that truly is the best medicine. But yeah, so I'm open to feedback. I don't know what's going on with my mustache here, but but yeah, I'll post this and see what kind of feedback I get, and let me know if I need a better hairdo. Actually, I need a cut, but so have a good day, please. I hope you have a good day.